Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Hukamnama Sahib today is by Guru Ramdas Sahib Ji in Bairaaree Rag on Ang 719 of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Satnam Vaheguru Ji. Bairaaree Mahalla Chautha. Har jan Ram Naam Gun Gave. जे कोई निंद करे हर जन की अपना गुण ना गवावे हर जन राम नाम गुण गावे जे कोई निंद करे हर जन की अपना गुण ना गवावे रहाओ जो किछ करे सो आपे स्वामी हर आपे कार कमावे हर आपे ही मत देवै स्वामी हर आपे बोल बुलावै हर आपे पंच तत बिसथारा विच धातु पंच आप पावै जन नानक सतगुर मेले आपे हर आपे झगर चुकावै हर आपे पंच तत बिसथारा विच धातु पंच आप पावै जन नानक सतगुर मिले आपे हर आपे झगर चुकावै। गुरु के प्यारेओ, सतगुरु रामदास साहिब जी महाराज is blessing us today in Bairaaree Rag. Satguru Padshah ji begins the Shabad Har Jan. The Jan, the servant of Hari, of Vaheguru, God's servant, the one who is completely devoted to Vaheguru, Ram Naam Gun Gave. That servant Gave sings the gun, the praises of God, of Vaheguru, and sings the praises of his Naam, sing the praises of his name, sings the Guru's Bani and chants the Gur Mantar given by the Guru, the Vaheguru Mantar. The Guru ke pyareo, if we ask Guru Ramdas Sahib Ji Maharaj, can you explain to us, can you tell us, Sache Padshah, O great King Guru Ramdas Ji, please tell us, O true King, what is the quality, what are the qualities of such a person who sings the praise of Vaheguru? Sri Guru Ramdas Maharaj says, Je koi nind kare har jan ki. Even if someone was to do nindya, slander. And what does nindya mean? Nindya means saying that a black cow is white, is nindya. That is one translation. And another way is of presenting someone's virtues as vices. That is nindya as well. So, if we go around saying that a flower is a thorn, that is nindya. And if we're saying that a thorn is a flower, that is nindya also. Even if someone slanders, even if someone does nindya of harjan, even if someone spreads lies and hate about a servant of the Lord, Satguru Ramdas Maharaj says, even at that point, when most people would give up all hope. Because when we hear something positive about ourselves, we are riding on the seventh heaven. When we hear something negative, then all of a sudden, our insides curl. We feel a sensation inside of sadness. It moves us inside to hear bad things about ourselves being said in society. But Guru Ramdas Ji says, O Sikh of the Guru, if you hold on to the name of God, what will happen? Even if someone slanders you in this world, apna gun na gawave. Even then, the servant of Vaheguru doesn't give up his or her gun, the virtue. Doesn't give up praising Vaheguru and doesn't give up his or her virtuous life. Doesn't give up his or her qualities. And related to this, there's a slok by Bhagat Kabir Ji. Kabir Ji gives an example. He says, Kabir Sant na chhade santei, Jau kotik milah asant, maliagar payangam bedhyo, ta sitalta nat jant. Bhagat Kabir ji gives an example of the sandalwood tree. The sandalwood tree is so cooling. It is so cold and gives so much peace to all around it, gives so much fragrance to all around it. In India, the snakes go and they put their fangs deep into the wood of the sandalwood tree. And even though they're biting into the sandalwood tree, it doesn't matter how many snakes envelop that sandalwood tree, doesn't matter how much venom their fangs are full of, it cannot affect the fragrance and the coolness of the sandalwood tree. Instead, those snakes gain coolness, they gain peace, they gain inner coolness by sinking their fangs into the sandalwood tree. In the same way, Kabir ji says, Kabir sant na shadde santai. A person who is truly a saint does not give up his or her saintly qualities. Jo kotik milha asant. Even if they meet many thousands of people, even if they meet countless people who are full of anger, ego, greed, desire, even then, a true saint does not give up his or her qualities of saintliness. And Kabir ji gives that example, Maliagar payangam bedeo ta sitalta nat jant. Just like a sandalwood tree, even though it's pierced through by the fangs of many snakes, is not affected by their venom. Instead, it gives coolness, it gives peace to even those snakes. That is the life of a servant of God. And that is what Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj is saying in these beginning two tukan of the Shabad Rahao. Guruji says, pause and think about this concept. And why is it that a servant of God has this blessing? Guru Ramdas Ji explains that the servant of God knows, Jo kish kare, whatever is happening, so appe Swami, it is God doing everything. Every action is happening through God's will. Har appe kar kamave. Vaheguru is the one who is carrying out all deeds, all kar. Har appe hi mat deve Swami. Vaheguru, our Swami, our Lord, He is the one who gives each person their mat, their understanding. Har appe bol bulave. Vaheguru is the one who is speaking through all. And in the last two tukan, Guru Ramdas Sahib Ji Maharaj says, Har appe panch tat bisathara. Vaheguru himself is the one who has created this whole bistara, this whole universe, everything we see through the panchatat, through the five elements. Now what are the five elements according to Gurmat? Jal means water, Ag means fire, Tarti means dirt, Vayu means the air, and Akash means space. So Guru ke pyareo, Maharaj has created these five elements, which tatu panch aap pave. And with these five elements, there are five senses which are attached to each of the elements. Now, which senses are attached to which elements? The sense of ras, of taste, is attached to the element of jal. The sense of roop, seeing, is attached to the element of fire. The sense of smelling is attached to the element of tarti, of dirt. The sense of saparsh, of touch, is attached to the element of the wind, the air. And the sense of listening, Shabad, is attached to the element of space. Why? Because it is through each of these elements that we experience each of these senses. Without light, we see with our eyes. So the fire element is working through that sense. With the water in our mouth, we taste all different tastes. through the ground. We can smell all the different things we smell. We feel the breeze of the wind with saparsh, with touch. And through space, we can send our sound, shabad. So Guruji says, Har appe panch das tat bisthara. Vaheguru himself has created these 5 elements. Vaheguru himself has created these 5 senses. And in the end, that person who sings Vaheguruji's praises, Jan Nanak Satgur Mehle Ape. Satguru Ramdas Maharaj Ji says, Vaheguruji himself, through the grace of the Guru, unites that Harjan, that servant of the Lord, into himself. Mehle means to unite. Har ape chagar chukave. Vaheguru himself then resolves all of the chagar, all of the conflicts which arise from Shabad, Suparsh, Roop, Ras, Gandh, from the 5 senses. It is our senses and it is our 5 thieves inside, Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar, desire, anger, greed, attachment and ego, which have created this chagda, which have created this conflict inside. When we see the wealth of another, the body of another, it sets us on fire inside. When we hear our slander or we hear the praise of another, it sets us on fire inside. But Satguru Ramdas Maharaj today is saying, Har appe chagar chukave. That person who sings the praises of Vaheguru, Vaheguruji himself will unite with that soul. And when Vaheguruji has united with you, Har ape chagar chukave. Vaheguruji eliminates all of these conflicts. And then what does that person say? That person says, Na ko bairi nahi begana, sagal sang hamko banai. I have no enemies left. I have no conflicts left. Vaheguru has taken away all of my conflicts. Har ape panch tat bisathara, vich tatu panch aap pave. Jan Nanak Satgur Mehle Ape. Hare ape chagar chukave. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.